Welcome in everybody to this week's edition of Valpo Baseball Weekly. It's brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. Brandon Vickery with you. Glad to be joined by the head coach of the Valpo baseball program, Brian Schmack, as we look back at a road series split against Murray State this weekend. As you look back at the weekend, how nice was it to get a split on the road against a quality team that'll be a part of the Missouri Valley Conference next season?
Yeah, very satisfying, especially, going down 2-1 after 3 games to come back and earn that split was great. And, Jake was phenomenal. And, the rest of the bullpen, didn't walk anybody that game, which, I think we need to do to be able to have success. So there was a lot of good things that happened in the weekend. And like I said, quality opponent, you mentioned they were undefeated at home up until that point, which was obviously great to change that. So, we feel pretty happy about the weekend.
You mentioned Jake Miller. Let's talk more about him. 7 innings, 9 strikeouts, no walks. What stood out to you about his stuff on Sunday?
It was very crisp. I think he actually pitched pretty well as, the previous weekend wasn't rewarded for it. So to have him, continue to attack guys and have the results, that I thought he deserved was good to see. He's looked really good, this whole year. So he's been very sharp. Breaking ball's been a lot better, and he's just pitching with a lot more confidence. And I think you saw that as the game went on. So really happy for him.
Let's talk about the start in the other game that you won this weekend. Colin Fields early in the game, I think walked 5 over the first 2 innings. I think 4 of them were on 3-2 counts. They stranded the bases loaded in each of the first 2 innings. And then he settled in and kind of cruised through the middle of the game. What adjustment was made there, and how did things turn around for him in that outing?
Yeah, it was, probably effectively wild the first couple innings. Like I said, 4 or 5 walks in those first 2 innings and high pitch count. I think he was in the 60s after 2. So, the little mechanical adjustment, he was cutting the ball a little bit and throwing across his body. And I think he figured that out. And once he did, his confidence soared. And he just started to attack. And, his stuff was really good that day. I think evident by the fact that he did escape those first 2 innings. So, once he figured it out, I think his pitch count ended up lower and enabled him to go those 5 innings. So he, it was good to see. Traditionally that game can get away from you, but he was able to get out of it and settle in and give us the 5 innings we needed. So it was good to see.
Playing a bunch of games on the road is nothing new to start a season for you, but for those that aren't familiar with that, kind of what goes into going on the road every week, just what's it like to play 16 straight road games to start a season, and how nice is it that you're finally through that stretch with some home games coming up?
Yeah, it's great. I'm a lot of time on the bus, a lot of Chipotle and, submarine sandwiches, so I think guys are excited to get away from that for a little bit, but, it's a good time for us to bond. We learn about each other. We spend a lot of time together on the bus and in the hotel room. So I think our guys benefit from that, and obviously to have a little bit more success this year early on, has been good. Morale's a little bit higher. Now we're coming into the home stretch and, we feel good coming into these weekends. So we're obviously excited to get back home. I think we played well here last year too. So, guys are looking forward to this opening week, so to speak, and to play on our own turf.
Couple weeks here still before conference play begins, and a chance to play at home a lot over these 2 weeks. Just as you look ahead, what do you want to see over the next few weeks, or maybe what are some keys this week against Milwaukee, and then over the weekend against St. Bonaventure?
Yeah, we want to build off of success, and we want to just be consistent. It's good that I think we're starting to solidify the lineup a little bit, and know who's going to play and what roles each guy's going to have. And, oftentimes you're still kind of figuring out who your starters are on the mound too. And I think we've hopefully nailed that down. And now you're just trying to figure out the bullpen pieces and how everybody's going to fit in. So we want to, continue to build off of that, but use the early season success to just build from there and let guys shine in the roles they're in.
There he is, the head coach of the Valpo baseball team, Brian Schmack. We'll hope for cooperative weather this week. It's Valpo and Milwaukee scheduled to open the home portion of the season on Wednesday. And then St. Bonaventure will be in for a 3-game series that begins with a doubleheader on Saturday. And this week will be the first ever web-streamed games from Emory G. Bauer Field, as the games will be on ESPN Plus and ESPN3. This has been Valpo Baseball Weekly, and it's brought to you by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.